Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you how to fold a complex Origami Pikachu. Let's get right into it. So to start off, we'll obviously be doing a square base like this. Just only fold a diagonal here, and then get your horizontals right here. Once you have that, setting up the crease pattern is pretty simple. We want to first do this where we kind of do something similar to folding the cupboard base. But we're going to fold and unfold only for the one corner. I'm also going to fold this point to the very center. And these points right here should be for the ears. So I'm also going to also fold these in as well. Just the three sides. You don't have to worry about the bottom. Just get it like this, and you're all set. Now, turn the model over so then you complete this in. And already, we're actually going to start collapsing Pikachu here. So fold it inwards like this on both sides. And once you get that, you're then going to fold this part down, or at least fold it up for this case, to right around here. And then you'll take this point up, push it up like that. So you'll get this. But then fold this up. And once you have it like this, you'll then fold this to the very center here, where we're going to be setting up for an open sink. So once you get that, just go ahead and do an open sink right there so we can actually get narrowed ears. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just do it like this to get to here, and then pull this tip out. Fold this up, valley fold it so we can get ready for the open sink. And then open sink it. Once that part is open synced, we'll then fold this down and then squash it like this. Now, you can either go for faceless or a facial Pikachu here, depending on what you want to do, which I'll show you for some parts. But I'll definitely show off the facial Pikachu for those who are anxious to do so. So I'll fold this. Let's see. So if you're going to do a facial Pikachu, fold it like this. facial Pikachu. Fold this in half. And then divide this into a fourth. And then you'll fold it up and you'll do this. I'll do it again. Fold this right here. Then sink it. And then do a primary fold here. Once you get that, we'll then narrow the ears even more by doing a little inside reverse fold right here on both sides. To get this. Then we'll turn the model over and we'll fold these behind to actually get actual flaps for the ears. We need to give Pikachu a bottom chin still. As you would need to see that we don't have all the 4 flaps needed. Pikachu doesn't need a complex long nose. So fold this up and fold this down. And then you're gonna have to pull this here or pinch it. You'll basically have these sides create squares on these sides right here to hopefully get a chin. I'll show the crease pattern when I finish. The chin doesn't have to be super long, just enough to appear as a flap. So like this is already good enough. Here's a brief little crease pattern here to so far show on Pikachu here. These are the squares I was mentioning when doing that part. So now, let me collapse this back and we'll resume the folding. For now, the head will be done. Upon getting this now, we'll now worry about creating the rest of the body. So to do this, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna bring this point to the very center. But as you'll need to note here, when I do this, is that it's also hitting this point back here. Because this is actually where the flap of the arm is going to be. So get it right up there. And then fold it all the way down. Do the same thing on this side. Again, just have this point here, line along with the very center line, at least for this instance, of Pikachu's head. Like so. Then I'm also going to fold this up along these here. To have this once you have all that set up, go ahead and fold this behind, but at the same time start pulling out the arms and use the creases you've made while only creating new creases on the back layer like this. Do the same thing on this other arm too. To get it like that. Then you'll completely flatten the model by having it squished like this. There you go. Now to create the feet. To get the feet, you can first fold this in and then squash the center here. And then you can unfold them all for a bit and pull the leg out, because the leg is going to be a middle flap, or at least Pikachu's feet. You'll get it like this, and then collapse it in like so. We'll then do the same thing on the other feet. Again, I'll show the crease pattern for guidance. You'll fold it in like that. Unfold briefly to pull this flap out, or at least to create it into a flap. We'll then have it out like this. And now you'll have two middle flaps here for these both sides. Here's the unfolded crease pattern now. Again, for guidance, right here, this is almost kind of a square, but this is also partially an octagon at this one side here. These will be the feet, the arms, and of course the tail, and then this is the body and the belly. Let me unfold this back. To continue the folding process. So back to the base now. We'll then get into more narrowing parts. So on this back side here, start by folding this edge to the center line. Then add more narrow parts by doing it like this to split it into fourths. But to make this easier, you can also make this easier by folding to the center line right here on the other side. And and then folding this edge to this line here that you've made before. You can do the same thing on this side, or again, this edge will hit this line right here. Upon getting that, we'll then do a series of open sinks, which may seem as one of the trickier parts of the design. But the idea of it should be straightforward. So hopefully you would have gotten it. And then do the same thing on this other side as well, which I can do a little bit briefer. And let me know what other models you would also like to see. I like to do, currently for this channel, video game characters for origami. But for anything else that would be interesting to me, that'd be great. I can mostly fold a lot of Nintendo characters. And there we go. So now the open sink is done. This also creates this shape that we want for Pikachu's tail. So now over here, we'll do a simpler open sink right here, where we're first going to fold this here to narrow the arms. And then do an open sink. You can get like that. And on this side as well, I'm also going to do a spread here. You squash this part down and then fold these corners in to narrow the feet more. Sorry, Kirby. And we'll do the same thing on this other side. Again, just hold it along right here, like so. And then do an open sink. And once you get that, we'll just do spread right here. And then just, once you get that, fold these flaps in to narrow the feet more. Now once you get this, we'll then fold this here. So now the back side is generally done. And the base for Pikachu is finally completed. And I'll make this as a separate part video to make this more organized and easier. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in part 2, where we'll add the details for Pikachu to give him this result. But if you're also interested, you can also check out my origami link and my Kirby tutorial on how to fold these characters. And if you definitely are interested, then go ahead and do this if you please. I'll see you in the next part, and have a good day.